Okay, I'm trying this again, and I think the volume is here this time. I see my little green light going up and down on the board. So once again, here I am, Janet, the plant-powered pillar, coming to you live. And we've started the 21-day kickstart by the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. And today is day 3. We started on Wednesday. As soon as the reboot was rounding up, I said, let's just jump right into the kickstart. Oh, good. Hi, Carlene. So the ingredients in this recipe include salsa verde in this. Okay, so it's day 3 of Kickstart, and I'm making the quinoa and red bean salad, but I'm making it with millet because I really like that millet that I made last week. So now I'm kind of hooked on it. And so I'm just using the ingredients that I have. And the first one's salsa verde, which I didn't have. So I made a rendition of my own. And then I did have some tomato, and I'm also making a double recipe because I'm going to take it to the potluck with me on Sunday. So it has cabbage and corn and millet and red beans. I cooked my red beans this morning. I made the salsa verde. And so I've got everything lined up here. The Kickstart is from Dr. Barnard. The recipes are very different. That's why I wanted to try it. Hi, Jean. It's basically every meal is a grain, a bean, vegetable, and just a wide variety of foods because they're a different group. So I'm just going to mix and match and enjoy myself and just have fun, just anything to keep us motivated to keep on going. So this one I've got my red beans. I've got some organic corn that I pulled out of the freezer. And I cooked some millet, so here's a cup of millet. And here's my salsa verde that I made. Who knows? I didn't have tomatillas, so it's not going to be green. I've never tried it before, but I just put in all the ingredients that I had that they listed, and so we'll see how it does. And I'm just going to put this whole thing in. I've got I didn't have Napa cabbage, but I've got green cabbage, so I'm gonna use that. Thanks, Carly. I got my diced tomatoes. I've got some diced zucchini because I didn't have yellow squash. I called for yellow squash. And some green onions. So I think it's going to make a nice little salad for the potluck. So there it all is. So let me grab a bowl. I need my big glass bowl. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's always nice to have this because then you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to move that over here. So the salsa verde, I had some cherry tomatoes. I used those. I have all these little red chili peppers. So I grabbed out some one chili pepper and cilantro, oregano, onion, garlic. You know, what's not to love about all the ingredients? So I just threw those all together. And we will stick this sauce in there and we'll see. Got to have some kind of sauce. And we'll see how we do. I also made hummus this morning and forgot to put the lemon in. I got it all done and put away, and then here's the lemon sitting on my counter. But these are the issues with when you're 68 years old, going to be 69 next month. Okay, so you just mix all these together. So you put with this, I put some apple cider vinegar. So I will do that with my teaspoon, unless I put it away somewhere. Yeah, I'll use this one. This one's actually half a tablespoon, but I just don't, I don't think it'll be any big deal. The more the merrier, really, I always say, depending on what it is. So, I don't know, it looks pretty good. I will just add that in. So, small tomato, diced. Oh, this is my hummus. I did a roasted garlic hummus today. Doesn't that look good? So they have a few wraps, and I got some jicama wraps at Trader Joe's. So I'm gonna help myself to some wraps here for lunch. Okay, and then the squash. And then here's the nice thing. It's an app, the 21-day kickstart. It's a 21-day vegan kickstart. It's all glary. And so they have all the recipes. Here's the quinoa and red bean. They have each day. Let me try to get to the day here. So like today, here's today. And breakfast, they have oatmeal, blueberry and bananas on oatmeal. And I had my usual breakfast, which is oat groats and a bowl of veggies. And the oat groats is with some of my heavy metal detox. It's free. It's free, Carlene. That's why I went for it. So lunch is the quinoa and red bean salad. I haven't had lunch yet. The snack is a berry and non-dairy plain yogurt, which I won't have. And then tonight I noticed is a pita pizza, and I'll probably make the potato pizza that Jennifer made Wednesday. So I'll be doing that tonight. And then, like I say, this bean thing is for the potluck. Tomorrow is broccoli burritos. So I'll probably do those on the jicama wraps, and it's just broccoli hummus. And actually, they make the hummus out of white beans on that one, but I'll just use my hummus. And then they have popcorn for snack, which I'm not going to have. And then they do red kidney beans and pasta for dinner, which I probably will not have. And then a fruit kebab with peach cream dip. So I have to look at that one. Let's look at that one. So I'm just going to pick and choose. So it's grapes, mangoes, oranges, bananas, apple. Oh, and they just have a low-fat peach flavored soy yogurt. But I would make my own, and I'm not going to make any. So I just like fresh fruit, to tell you the truth. I'm going to make another something for the actually what I'll probably do. Stephen made a huge pot of lentil soup. I'll show you. I just put it all in jars. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jars of lentil soup. So I will probably take a couple of those with me, if he lets me, to the potluck, because he says, "Oh, I'm going to make a smaller pot," and I go, "Okay, honey." Good luck, and he never does. Hey, Christy, you made it back! Yay! Had your knee replacement surgery on Tuesday, so I'm watching other people cook. Oh, while you heat up your frozen meals. Hey, good thinking that you made some meals and froze them up for yourself. Good girl. So, yeah, I so enjoyed doing the reboot with everybody. I thought, oh, let's keep on going. Why stop? I've been posting my food every day on Instagram, and today I just learned for the first time. I've been doing Instagram for, how long have I been doing Instagram? I've been doing YouTube for maybe a year. Well, a little over a year, because I started it when I was in Australia a year ago, October, November. And then Instagram, I like doing Instagram when I'm on the bicycle. So probably last summer I started that. And I just today thought to ask, what are the little circles up above? Because I couldn't figure out how they have where they just do one thing after another. And like Raw Food Romance always has, 50 of them. No, not 50, but a bunch. And I'm like, how do they do that? And so I just asked Google, and Google told me. Oh, dear. Yes, Carly. Have a speedy recovery. Do your exercises. Ice, ice, baby. I know so many people that have had knee replacements in the last couple of months. In fact, at the bike club meeting, there were two of them there, two of the fellas that had it done. Okay, so where was I? Let me go back to my recipe here. So join us if you want, any of you, really. Okay, quinoa and red beans, rice. Directions: combine the salsa verde with the apple cider, toss all the salad ingredients together. I wonder if I'm missing part of that, but I don't know. Anyways, I know what to do here. Okay, so the green onions, sticking a bunch of those, and let me get you the cabbage. Let me mix this a little bit before I toss the cabbage in. And I doubled, like I said, I doubled everything to take it on Sunday. Okay, mix that in. You might have to get out a bigger container just to mix all this stuff in. So we had snow here. You know, after I was out on my bicycle last week now, or maybe even just a couple days ago. Now we've got snow. Okay, now I'm going to add corn. And I'm going to add my beans. And the millet. And then I think I am going to put this in a bigger container. Just so I can mix it. Boy, I think I'm going to go bigger. So Monday, it's going to be me and Jesse. The Monday Zoom. And I need to put that up today. And I will probably make another recipe from this menu. In fact, I will make another recipe from this menu. Because there's just a whole bunch of different ones. So, boy, a lot of us are from Florida, aren't we? Gene, you didn't get any snow? Wow. I don't know. What's happened to Iowa? I mean, when I did Oklahoma, it said we can be cold as the falling temperatures in... Oh, I guess it wasn't Iowa. We can be cold as the falling thermometer in December. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I was thinking Iowa, but that was Oklahoma. I give Iowa a try. Okay, what am I thinking of? Music Man. Isn't Music Man in Iowa? All right. I guess that does look like there's something orange in there. What would be orange in there? Oh, and there's fresh oregano. I need that. Big mail for the day.
Okay.
Hi, girlie.
Hi, Jenny, Kiki. How y'all doing?
Did you guys see the idea where you can just stick cilantro in a jar with no water? It works really great. And you put a top on it, and it keeps in the refrigerator so much better than if you put it in water and put a plastic over it. Wow, Jean, all you've had is 3 inches all winter. That's kind of scary. No denial of climate change there, huh? All right. Put this back down here. Now we're going to get the salsa in. Looks like there's maybe orange peppers in there, bell peppers, but there's none of that in the ingredients, so I don't know where that's coming from. I baked up a whole bag of murasaki sweet potatoes this morning, so we got snacks if we get hungry. And yeah. We got a little bit in the lid. That's the only thing is I hate that I can't get it out of the lid. Does anybody get snow in March? I think, sometimes we have our worst weather in March. Even if it's not snow, thank goodness it isn't, because we get tons of rain, wind. So we'll see what happens this year. Every year is different. So we did get our shed hooked up last week. The electrician came. We got electricity. We got outlets. So we got lights in there. We can plug the freezer into the wall instead of a long extension cord. And, it's just wonderful. And Steven's organizing the tools. So it's just beautiful. So now, and he's ordered us a heater, our electrician. He says, hey, I could put a little heater in here so I could clean my bike and not freeze. And, because it gets dirtier when I ride it this time of year. So I can have my bicycle cleaned, and I could charge it out there now. Oh my gosh, it's just going to be awesome. Probably I won't leave the batteries don't like to be under 45 degrees, so I won't leave them overnight. But once summer comes, we can just leave them out there. We can just leave the batteries right on the bikes and just charge them right out there. One less thing we need to have in this little tiny house. So that is a nice looking salad. The only thing is I think I'm going to put some apple in here. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. Some apple or mango. Oh, and I've got some dried cranberries. People forget that it's so good to put fruit in a salad. All right, try it like this. We'll see what this is like. Actually. It's pretty good. I'm putting all my cilantro in the dry jars now. Yeah, I think the beans really have made a difference. You know, since I've been eating more beans, I've been really doing well. There's not a lot of beans in here though. I think I'm going to add some cranberries. So I found these at Sprouts. And they're just dried cranberries, nothing else. I'm going to measure it just so I know. I'm going to try a 1/4 cup. And I think I'm going to put apple in there. Just to give it a little bit more something, you know. Oh, I just made a big salad. You know, I got 20 pounds of apples from Azure, so I have lots and lots of apples, and they're so nice to just give it a little bit more zip. I put one of those little chili peppers in, but I scraped out all the seeds, so you don't even taste it. I went too far. Oh, Jean, that's too bad you live in an area where they don't like cyclists. How did you end up there? All right, here we go. So did anybody try the millet salad that I made on Wednesday, the 3 o'clock on Wednesday? Boy, that was good. I really enjoyed it. I hope you all did too. Or maybe none of you saw it. Silly me. And then Jennifer made her pizza, and that looked amazing. Potato crust. That's what I'll use the rest of those potatoes for, Stephen. I'll make us a potato pizza tonight. Did you eat your lentil soup at lunch?
I did.
Yeah, I'll make us a potato pizza. Unless you don't want one. Actually, I can just make it and I can eat it.
I was gonna say I'm all set with my rice and
Yeah, or I might just eat my leftovers and make it as soon as I've finished my leftovers. I got so much of the lentil quiche to eat. I'll have to put some lime on this if I put apple in it so the apple doesn't turn brown. I've got my lemons that I forgot to put in my hummus, so I can always use them. So what's keeping simple mean, Jean? Oh, you were born there. Oh. How did you get into bicycles? If nobody likes them around there. Boy, how can you live in Iowa, the home of Ragbri, and have people wanting to run you over? That's just, it's just not right. So one week in the year, bicycles rule, and after that, the cars get back at you, huh? Yeah, I realize it's a big state. Now this is it. This definitely sends it over the top. Just even looks better. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a squirt of lemon so the apples behave themselves. You can't complain about lemon. You know, it won't add or take away. It'll just help. And then I'll stick it in a container and hopefully it won't disintegrate between now and Sunday. So, I like it. Very different. Okay, where is my little taster bowl dish? Put it in this. Try again here. Oh. Greens and potatoes. Okay, let me go back to where. Okay, keeping it simple. Got the California balsamic variety pack. There are so many tasty ones. Currently, I have a 4-grain mix of millet, wild rice, buckwheat, and fonio in the freezer. Would that work for the Wednesday salad? I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Definitely. Try it. Let me know, Carlene. Oh, greens and potatoes. Still getting over Ragbri. Wow, 3 ghost bags. Oh, that's awful. They just run you over, huh? Do you have a shoulder on the highway? The apple's really... That does it. All right, so what am I going to put this in? I'm going to put it in that glass bowl. So now I'm going to house it back in its bowl. Cover it up with a wrap. Actually, what I should do is put it in a more secure dish. You know, something that I can really airtight the flavors in. So let me see what I've got. Although it fits in here quite nicely, doesn't it? What do you think? Think it'll make it till Sunday? I leave here about Sunday around 11. Suppose I should have waited and made it tomorrow, but I want to make other stuff tomorrow. So, and I missed everybody, so I just wanted to get on and get started today. Well, let me see here. Keeping simple from the holiday weight gain. Boy, I'll tell you, the more I eat, the more I lose. Keep thinking I'm going to gain, and then I don't. But what I eat is I eat a lot of salad and vegetables. I just love it. I love the crunch of the salad. So, I don't know. That'll work. I could use one of my green containers. Maybe I'll do that. Because that's easier to carry down there too. Even though this is prettier, the green container is more functional. What I can do is I'll take this bowl with me and then I'll transfer it to the bowl when I get there. All right. And there you have it. The first dish for the potluck on Sunday. Red bean and millet. I was just going to make the other millet salad, but I thought, I'll make another rendition. Red bean and millet. So that's today's dish. Thanks, Carlene. Oh yeah, no dessert classes for me. Jean, was it the dessert class that did you in? And so how did it go? Did your family like the desserts too? I'll show you all the sweet potatoes I made. Here's all my sweet potato bounty. And I got broccoli sprouts going. I got arugula going. Having a good time. Yes, my potluck is from my pod that I started, Kitsap County Podsters. And I do it the third Sunday of every month, 12:30 to 3:30. Come join us. I'm showing Eating You Alive second half this Sunday. That and Ragbri, yeah. Oh, good. They loved it. Good. Have any of them shifted a little bit more towards it, Jean? I was watching Vegucated today. Oh, 2 pods near you. Not in your town, but you haven't gone yet. Yeah, I have. There's another pod down in Gig Harbor, which it took me almost a year to get to. But once I did, I haven't missed one since because everybody's so nice there. Then there's Bainbridge Island has a group. They're not a pod. They're just vegan. And I go to their potlucks on Bainbridge Island. And there's vegan Bremerton, Kitsap, vegan Kitsap, or I can't remember which order they're in, but we've invited them to our pod because they were meeting outside and it got too cold. So they're welcome to come. And a couple of them have come from that. So it's last year I just had it every other month. And this year I'm doing it every month. So we'll see what happens. I get about a dozen every month, every time I do it. And I'm wondering if it's more consistent every month, if I'll get more or less or what'll happen. That's neat that your daughter's considering it, Jean. And the rest are eating more vegetables. All right. So there's a step towards it. That's good. You don't want to, damage your chances trying to get them to do things, but at the same time, you want to, give them a chance, give them a try. I host mine at the United Way in Bremerton. They welcomed me with open arms and they let us use the room for free. I donated, somebody gave me $100 for a bicycle that I was giving away, a certificate. And so I just passed that on to the Goodwill. It was for groceries, $100 worth of groceries. And then next Sunday, I'm teaching a cooking class at the YMCA in Silverdale. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And I'm hoping that might turn into a potluck. Although I do, but I don't because, I'm so busy right now. As it is, I don't need any more. And I just organized a bicycle tour at the end of August, and I'm going. And then I just got on my hotels for a tour around the Olympic Peninsula, and then riding on down to Eugene, taking the train back. That's in May, ending in June. And then I'm going to take a train to Spokane and ride back across the state of Washington in July. I mean, we try to do a tour every month in the summer. So the last few days I've been at the computer coming up with things for my class on Sunday. I've got a list of all the docs that we love and the books that they wrote and nutrition of going plant-based and, just all the things that you wonder about. And I also, all the things that the crap that's in the stuff that we're not eating. But right now, the director just wants me to stick with, the nutrients, the good stuff rather than, and you don't want to eat what you're eating. But we'll take it easy on that and just try to encourage people to consider doing more plants. And she was right on. I totally get what she's talking about. So, gosh, it's 3:00. So I've been doing this thing, this year. I'm just really getting, giving myself time to feel hunger, because I just have never done that before. My mom was all about always feeding us before we got hungry, and even feeding me, even though I'd just eaten. It's like, no, I didn't see it, so you're going to eat, and forcing me to eat when I wasn't hungry. So I just am so conditioned to eat when I'm not hungry. And even riding a bike, Jean will know this, that they tell you, eat before you're hungry, drink before you're thirsty. But I enjoy food so much more when I'm hungry for it. So I have been having my lime juice or lemon juice in the morning and my celery juice after I've worked out and walked 3 miles. And that sort of, then I'm not hungry. And so I end up eating, anywhere from 11 to yesterday, it was 1:00. The day before that was 2:00. Before I ate my oatmeal and my oat groats and heavy metal and bowl of vegetables. And then, so now I'm getting hungry for lunch. And so lunch or second meal could be anywhere between 2, 3, 4, depending on what time I ate the first meal. But I don't assign a time. I just eat it when I'm hungry. And sometimes I do terrible. Like 2 nights ago, I woke up at 2 a.m. and I was hungry and restless, and I had to get up and I ate a meal, because Chef AJ says, if you get up, if you're hungry, eat a meal. And so I had a bowl of vegetables with some parsnips that I had made. And then I had a bowl of salad with a couple of the little sweet potatoes. And then I was able to go right to sleep. But, oh, man, I just, my mind, it just, it won't leave me alone. And before this program, it never would have occurred to me it's because I didn't eat enough. So now it's like, Janet, you didn't eat enough. So I just ate enough yesterday, and I slept fine. And I mean, I still get up and have to pee, but then I can go right back to bed and go to sleep again. Yeah, I never realized how long I go, actually, if I don't eat when I'm not hungry, Carlene. I don't quit eating by 5. I quit eating by 8 or 9, depending on when I start eating. If I don't start eating till 1 or 2, it might be 8 or 9. Hi, Ann. Yeah, we're done. I just made one of the kickstart recipes, the red bean and quinoa recipe, but I made red bean and millet because I'm really loving millet. So, but I can show it to you. I made it I've got a potluck on Sunday, so I'm starting to make stuff for the potluck. And there it is. And I added the cranberry and I added apple to it. So, and then of course some lemon so the apple doesn't turn brown. But potluck's on Sunday, so hopefully it'll be okay until then. If not, I'll just I'll do something else with it, but I'll be making more stuff tomorrow. But tomorrow's check-in, so I might run into that. Anybody can get the Kickstart app. Let me look here so I can show you on the phone. This is what it looks like. It's called the 21-Day Vegan, and it's this greenish brownish. You get it really close to the camera here. See if it'll. There you go. 21-Day Vegan, and it's kind of a greenish bluish. And yes, it's free. It's for anybody. It's the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, and they're just trying to help people. If you go to if you're got an Android, go to Google Play. If you've got a Macintosh or an Apple phone, go to your Apple store and just search for 21-Day Vegan Kickstart, and it'll pull up. And you can just follow along with us if you want. And you don't have to do the exact recipes, but it's just fun. It just gives me new ideas. This pita pizza, for instance, I won't use pitas. I'll use potato. But there are chickpeas, and it looks like it's a hummus. So I'll use the hummus it just says here too, low-fat hummus. It gives the ingredients for hummus. And then it says a half a cup of low-fat hummus. So I don't know what that's all about. And then the toppings are thyme, green olives. I don't like olives. Roasted garlic, sun-dried tomatoes, roasted red peppers, which I did roast some red peppers. Cipollini onions. What are those? Let's see what the directions are. Yeah, it says place the cooked chickpeas in a food processor or blender with lemon juice, tahini, garlic, and black pepper. So spread a quarter of the hummus over each pita. So the app is not 100% accurate, but you could figure it out. I mean, if they give you the ingredients for the hummus and then call for hummus, you can kind of put those two together. So, oh, good, Carlene. Yeah, I do too. I love looking through the days, what they have for each day, and just what's everybody eating. We love to know what people eat for a day. So, bake at 350 for 7 to 8 minutes. Spread any of the fresh toppings on the pizzas. Oh, the fresh toppings. So the fresh toppings are like herbs. Let's see. Sliced basil, Roma tomatoes, peppadew peppers, and arugula. It's interesting. They have these funny named things. I've got arugula, and I've got some cherry tomatoes, so I could put those on top. And I could roast some garlic. I've got sun-dried tomatoes. I've got roasted red peppers, and I've just got, regular onion. So that's my plan. Make that potato crust of Jennifer's and go from there. Okay. So that's it for today. And like I say, we'll be back on Monday, 3:00 on the Zoom, and I will send that link out as soon as I end this stream. So say good night, everybody. And thanks so much for coming and joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you want to. Oh, I got 4 thumbs up. You've already done it. Thank you so much, everybody. This just helps spread it around in case anybody else needs a little bit of inspiration for today. And I'll see you next time. Take care.